for joining our September 7th PZM Essentials webinar. Today we'll be going over syncing AgXField Boundaries into Profit Zone Manager. Just to go through our schedule for today, we'll do our introduction we're doing now, then we'll hop into Profit Zone Manager and navigate to the account settings page where we can navigate to the AgX sync page. And we'll log into our AgX account with our username and password, select our name, and then allow Profit Zone Manager and AgX to sync boundaries. And then we'll follow up with any questions. And so I do want to mention before that we get started right now within AgX, we can only bring in field boundaries. But coming in about the next month, we'll be able to sync yield data and also as applied data. So, and I do want to mention that we are in Q&A mode. So if you have any questions, you can type your message and question in the chat box below my contact information where you see my email, djbahe@agsolver.com, or you can email questions to support@agsolver.com. And then you can always call me at my cell phone, which is 319-238-1978. Now we'll get started and hop into Profit Zone Manager. So the first thing that we're going to do, we're going to navigate to the account settings page. So up at the top right hand corner, you see Enterprise, that's a page that we're on now, the machine data upload page, and then right next to that with the little person above it is the account settings page. So we'll go ahead and click on that, and then we'll scroll down to the settings within the drop down menu. That takes us to the account settings. And then what we'll do, we'll scroll all the way to the bottom where you see the AgX account where we can log in and connect. We'll go ahead and click on that orange button. And then we'll type in our email address to our AgX account along with our password. And then click sign in. For the device name, I'm just going to label this laptop, working off my home laptop. If we're on our iPad, I'd put iPad in there, and then we'll click allow. So, and then this automatically takes us to the AgXField Boundary import page where you can see on the left hand side it's loading all of our growers from our AgX account and their field boundaries, and then they'll be populated on the left hand side. And then once our growers are populated, then we can select the growers or enterprises that we just want to work in within Profit Zone Manager. And so depending on how many acres that you have within your AgX account will depend on how long it takes to load boundaries. But here we're already about 82 to 85% of the way for this, or excuse me, this sync. So you can see all of our growers are selected at the right hand side here. And if we click on a single enterprise, so Abbott, you have the home farm, it's loading fields are loaded in there. So it's fairly fast. Then you also get notifications up at the top right hand corner under the notifications page where you see the 6. If we click on that, you can see our growers' farms are available. So next, say we want to select the Abbott Enterprise and then pull that over to our selected growers. What we'll do, we'll click the select button up at the top right hand corner of this enterprise, and then if we go over to selected growers, you can see the grower that we just specifically are working with. And then if we wanted to select all growers, that selects everyone and all their fields, and then pulls them over to the right hand side within the tree. And so that's how we bring in field boundaries over to Profit Zone Manager. It's really an easy and a fast process. So now I'll open the floor up to any questions anyone might have. So, and like I said, once we get into later in the fall, that's when we'll be able to bring over yield data and as applied data, and it'll all be seamlessly like we did when we brought over field boundaries to Profit Zone Manager. So if you have any questions, my email is djba@agsolver.com, or you can email support@agsolver.com, and then you can always call me. So if there is no more questions, would like to thank everyone for being on our webinar this morning. And I do want to mention that after this webinar is completed, it will be posted onto our YouTube page where you can go back and rewatch each step by step on how to pull boundaries. So, and I do want to invite everyone for our webinar at 11 o'clock. This is our intermediate planning webinar where we're going to be looking at installing multi-hybrid row units and using that multi-hybrid planner within some of our most variable fields, and to see if we can receive economic payback from that multi-hybrid planning. So thank you for joining, and see you at 11 o'clock. Thanks.